Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. We are entering into the night world for the, well, for the second time for me. I've actually recorded these first two levels before, but my computer froze, sort of. Like, it froze for a little bit, and then, let me just, you'll notice that fighting zombies different than day. You won't get sun falling from the sky, you get sun from sunflowers though, and later sun shrooms, blah 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 blah, puff shrooms. Okay. Wow. But yeah, I recorded this before the first two levels, but I scrapped it because my computer froze for a few seconds, and that's caused like a chop in the video, and overall the commentary is really bad because I was saying it right after I took a nap. Anyways, but I also, in that video, I attempted to do the first level without using the puff shroom, and it failed miserably. I'll just tell you what it says when you do it. It warns you that this level will be extremely difficult without puff shrooms, and it's pretty much near impossible. You know, I used 4 of my lawnmowers before I decided just to give up. But anyways, let's see here, potato mines. Also, on my way working back here, because after recording those 2 videos, I had to scrap my file and restart. So yeah, I had to scrap it and restart, and I started getting a lot more use out of the potato mines than I thought I would. I mean, it's really good. They're really good for like last-ditch defensive measures, or like in the early, when you're trying to get your sunflower set up. You don't want to spend too much money on defensive measures because that's so much less sun that you have to plant sunflowers. And but the potato mines are only 25 sun. So, you know, a single sun falling from the sky is enough to plant one, and that usually, like, or always, in a level, the first thing they send at you is a single zombie. And they don't send the second one until the first one's almost dead, I noticed. Like, the head stops, like the head that records the progress of the level, stops until the zombie is at least half dead. So you can just wait until he gets, like, really close to your line of sunflowers, and then plant a potato mine there. Because a potato mine takes a zombie, like, once a regular zombie crosses 2 squares, that's the amount of time it takes for a potato mine to arm itself. Yeah. So you can use it just to get your sunflowers out there really early so that you'll have plenty of sun in the middle and the end of the level to plant your stronger plants to deal with the heavy waves that come later in the level. Just a hint that I picked up while replaying. I have a feeling that by the end of this LP I'll be an expert in these like initial stages, which is irritating too, because normally like in a game where you LP and there's like a chance of like failure of your, you know, system, recording software, or, you know, anything else, your commentary, and you just want to do it over again. This game, you can't copy a file. You can't, you know, copy a file so you can redo from the same point. You have to start all over again. Whereas with a game like, you know, a console game on Nintendo, Super Mario 64 or something like that, you can copy your file to another one right before you record, and that, in case you like screw up or something, like you didn't record and you made progress, you won't have to start all over again. But with this game, I guess it's not that bad. It didn't take me very long to make it back to this point. It only took me like half an hour. But then, like, if I fail in like the later levels, like if my computer freezes again or something like that, which it really shouldn't. Like, I have a pretty high-end computer, but I think it's just something like my RAM is damaged or something like that. I think it might be because at one point when I was trying to upgrade my RAM, I put in incompatible RAM, but I didn't really know that it was. It had the same memory, same company, but different PC RAID. Like one of them was PC 1333, the other one's PC 1633 or something like that. And those weren't compatible, so that caused my computer to freeze. So as soon as I noticed that that was happening a lot, I removed the additional RAM that I bought, and, you know, it didn't freeze as much. But I think there's enough damage sustained to my existing RAM that I still get freezing from time to time. What exactly triggers it, I have no idea. It's just seems completely random. Alright, now we got our sun shrooms. Now, again, unlike NCS, I really like the sun shrooms, but I think we can, yeah, message from Crazy Dave. Talks about money. You get money, like, randomly from zombies, but you also, at the end of the level, you also get, I think, 25 money, I'm gonna call them dollars. You get $25 for each lawnmower that you still have on, so that, you know, it encourages you not to squander your lawnmowers. Yeah, that'll work. Anyways, I really like the sun shrooms because if you think of it like from a logical perspective, even though in the beginning it doesn't spit out as much sun as a regular sunflower, you can plant two really easy, and they have the same refresh rate as a sunflower, I guess. See, look, they both spit out one, so I already have 30. Whereas in the same amount of time, I would only have 25 from one sunflower, and that wouldn't be enough to plant another sunflower. 25 is enough to plant another sun shroom, though. So that's one of the issues that I highly disagree with NCS upon. Because, you know, by the time you need a lot of sun, your sun shrooms will be grown up. But thank God for these puff shrooms, though. Like I said, I tried doing level 2-1 without them, and like, you know, within like that first zombie, like the first zombie I had to take out with a potato mine. Second zombie I delayed with a walnut. But all that sun that I was spending on these last-ditch defensive measures were, you know, that's less sun that I couldn't spend on the sunflowers. Maybe it might be a little bit easier to do it without puff shrooms in this level, because now they have sun shrooms that don't cost as much sun, but I don't think I'm gonna try doing it because that video, the glitch video, ended up being slightly longer than 15 minutes, although I've heard that you can have a video up to 15 minutes 30 seconds, but I don't feel like testing that right now because I don't want to, you know, try and find an appropriate place to split the video, because I'm pretty much consistently talking, and I'd want to like split the video in a place that would make sense both visually and auditory, or, you know, it makes sense in both in terms of sight and sound. So like it'll be a place where, like, you know, in between large moments and in between topics that I talk about, just to give it some sense of closure in the video. Just like how I split parts 4 and 5, I split it like when the screen went black, and that's also when I stopped talking as well, so it just ended up to work. It happened to work out that way. I actually planned that video to be a single video. I didn't think it would take that long, which is why now I'm only doing 2 levels per video, because that seems to be well under the 15-minute mark, and it also gives me an even 5 videos for each world. I don't have to try and push 4 levels in one video. It makes a lot more sense. I mean, I'm still going to be like recording an entire world per day, I'd say. Or I'm going to try doing that because I'd really like to catch up to Nintendo Capri Sun. Right now, like, he just released the video that finished the night world, and I guess it's easier for him because he doesn't have to split the videos. You know, he can just pretty much make it almost as long as he wants. And I guess, you know, he deserves it because he's made 2,000 videos. But yeah, jeez, crap. Yeah, I actually have a paper here that, like, after realizing how bad my commentary was on the glitch video, I actually wrote down some things to talk about in this video, such as, alright, like I said, my commentary on the previous video was really bad because I was recording it right after I took a nap. I took a nap from, right after I got home from school, which was around 12 noon, until like 4 o'clock. It was a really long nap, and that's starting to become a problem right there. So it's a really long nap, and, you know, here in Southern California, especially now, because it's like, you know, late September, the afternoons are still pretty hot, and, jeez, what am I doing? Alright, yeah, the afternoons are still pretty hot, and I sleep with my mouth open, especially when I'm tired. I mean, sometimes if I sleep on my back, which I don't usually do that, unless, you know, for some non-resting purpose, I'd sleep on my back sometimes, like if I wanted to, like, dream about something in particular. I'll talk about that later. But anyways, when I woke up, my mouth was really, really dry, so, like, every 10 seconds I was taking a sip of water, so that was, like, causing a break in my commentary, and it was just messed up. So yeah, here, when you're getting money from zombies, silver coin's worth $10 and gold coin is worth 25. So, and you're gonna need this money later on. Well, you don't absolutely need it, but there's a lot of different plants that I really like to have that you have to purchase from a store that's available later on after you get 8 seed slots or something like that. Oh, jeez. Come on. Alright. That potion's being useless. So. Oh man, we haven't even reached the final wave yet. You know, we're almost done this level, so I won't talk about anything else, like, that will take a very long time. But, what can I talk about this game? Oh dear, here we go, I'm doing it again. I don't know, like, napping with your mouth open, it's a really not a very good thing to have. I don't know why I do it. I think it might be because, like, I'm slightly asthmatic and I get congestion a lot, so that I can't, maybe my lungs don't get adequate air from my nose, so it resorts to my, Jesus, oh god, how good it is, walnuts, and potato mine. So I just unconsciously open my mouth, but, you know, all the moisture that's supposed to be retained in your mouth just dries right up, and that actually is usually what ends up waking me up, is just having a dry mouth. And then, you know, waking up with a dry mouth is one of the worst feelings ever. It's terrible, you know, makes you feel like crap. But there we go, we got our jeez, what are these? Fume shrooms? Yes, fume shrooms. And that ends level 2-2, so that will end this video for right now. And guys, I keep saying I'll see you later at the end of the videos, and I realize that, but I'm not seeing you guys at all. So tune in next time to FuzzBuzz00's LP channel, I guess. I'll come up with something good later. Alright, bye.